Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everyone. Okay,
Morning, Pak.
today we are going to review all the topics that we have covered for the for the last 7 weeks. Okay, I'm sharing with you the chapter 9, the three-question model in the open economy. Before we look into it, I would like to remind you that the exam will be on this Saturday, right? 15 of February. As I mentioned to you last time, the exam will have 5 questions, and you need to answer all the questions. You are given 4 hours to do that. So you have plenty of time to do that. And I also mentioned last time that you are allowed to bring along 2 pages notes into the examination hall for your reference. You can do it either in handwriting or type in words. Make sure it is only 2 pages, not more than that. You have to be very careful. You are not allowed to bring other notes beside the 2 pages note that I have mentioned. Okay, and please be punctual, come early. Okay. What else? Okay. All the other materials like the answer books are provided. You need only to bring your pens, pencils, all the necessary stationery. Okay. The paper must in A4 size. Yes. The 2 pages note should be in A4 size. Yes. No larger than that. A4 size. Okay. And okay. I also, as I mentioned to you last time, you need to do the exercise. You have done the exercise number 1 for midterm, and you need to also do exercise number 2. The exercise will contribute about 10% of your total marks or total percentage. Please do that. Okay, do all of the questions. The questions in the exercise are also will also help you in understanding the materials. Okay. Okay. The final exam covers 5 chapters. Chapter 9, the 3-question model in the open economy. Okay. Chapter 10, the demand and supply in the open economy. Chapter monetary policy, which is chapter 13. Chapter 14 will be the fiscal policy, and the last topic is the supply side policies. So the question comes from each topic. Okay, let's look at chapter 9, the three-equation model in the open economy. So today is a revision. I will not explain in details, but if you have something in mind that you want me to do further elaboration, let me know. Okay, let's look at chapter 9, the three-equation model in the open economy. These are the things that we learn, and I will emphasize what you should look more, where you should look more. The three-equation model has been explained before in before we in the first 6 weeks. But in this time around, I mean, in the three-equation model that we discuss in this topic is actually for open economy. So when we talk about open economy, we have to understand that it involves other variables, which is the exchange rate. So the thing that you need to understand further is the uncovered interest parity condition. So this is a condition where we look at the relationship between interest rate and the exchange rate. Okay. So in here, in this topic, you need to understand several definitions of exchange rate. The nominal, the real exchange rate, what it means by an increase in exchange rate, and so forth. Okay, there are two stabilization channels, interest rate channel and exchange rate channel. Okay, and we did last time deriving IS curve, and we compare the IS curve open economy versus the closed economy, and how the multiplier looks like. Okay. Can you still hear me? Because my camera is not working right now.
Can, Prof. You can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Let me give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. These are several regimes of exchange rate. As I mentioned to you, I would like you to understand more on the UIP condition. What does it mean? So in here, you will see that the interest rate differential between domestic and world interest rate is equal to the expected depreciation of home currency. So you need to understand how to derive the UIP and how it looks like, and what are the factors affecting the UIP. So in this slide, you will see that here you can see the characteristic or the features of UIP curve. It is negatively sloped 45 degree, and it goes through log expected E and I star. So I star is the world interest rate. I itself is the local or domestic interest rate. The change in, as I mentioned this many times, a change in the axis, for example, the I, as well as log E is the horizontal axis, will only move one point to the other along the curve, from B to C, for example. Other factors will shift the curve. So here, the factors that shift the curve will be, if you look here, the change in the world interest rate, as well as the change in the expected exchange rate, the log of expected exchange rate, because the one that we have here is log E, is not log expected, log E. So those are the factors that affect the UIP condition. So first, as I mentioned to you, you need to understand what the UIP condition mean, and you have to understand what are the factors affecting the UIP to move. Here, we describe the model, the AD and ERU model, and I would like you to look here. In this case, that the AD, sorry, I'm so sorry, the ERU curve here is vertical. So why it is vertical? One of the reason is that we use the definition of real wage, which is W over P. The P is actually only for local price or domestic price. As what we have looked before, we will also have W over PC, remember? W over PC, where PC is the consumer price, taking into account the domestic price versus the foreign price. So here we have only W over P. That's why our ERU is vertical. So you have to understand why we have to understand why we have to focus on the definition of real wage, because one of the reasons is that it will indicate whether our ERU is vertical or downward sloping. When we have W over PC, our ERU will be downward sloping. Okay. So these are some of the examples of AD-ERU model where our real wage is W over P, where our ERU is vertical. And this is example of supply shock, and this is example of aggregate demand shock. Okay. As I mentioned to you last time, there will be definitely one question from this table, but the shock will be different, not like here. So as what I asked you before, you have to do all possibilities. For example, in here we have rise in productivity, like it affect the PS curve. Okay, and because of that, all other variables of interest like equilibrium unemployment, real exchange rate, and real wage will change according to this table, according to the direction of this table. Okay, so I would like you to do the opposites. The fall in productivity, for example, fall. Okay, what the thing that you need to do is one hint. Is you have to understand factors affecting the WS curve, factors affecting the PS curve. For example, in here, productivity will affect the PS curve. So please identify what are other factors that affect the PS curve. So the result will be kind of the same. The only thing that you need to do is to understand what factors affecting PS, what factors affecting WS curve. So the rest will be, I think, the same. And there are three things: factor affecting PS, factor affecting WS, and there will also be a factor affecting the aggregate demand. So you will see what happened to the variable of interest. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned to you, definitely there will be one question from here. The only thing that is different is the shock itself. Next, the RX, the PCMR, the ISRX, and then ADERU. So this is very interesting because as I mentioned to you, when we have exchange rate in our model, when we are looking at open economy, we have two channels that work together, right? The interest rate as well as the exchange rate. So here you will see that the difference between when we have open economy and closed economy. When we have one channel only, one channel that affect the economy, which is in the closed economy through interest rate. In the open economy, we have two channels: interest rate and exchange rate, and you will see that it affects the degree of the change in the interest rate to the extent of how much interest rate should be changed in order to stabilize the economy. So here, I hope you can understand the notes that I have made here in order to explain this model. Okay. I think basically that's the thing that you need to really focus on in the in chapter 9. Okay, let's look at chapter 10. Give me 1 second. Okay, before we go, we continue. Do you have any questions with regard to chapter 9? Chapter 9. Okay. Let's go to chapter 10. The open economy, the demand, and the supply sides. Okay. So in this topic, the most obvious things that we introduce is the BT curve. Okay, the BT curve. Okay, this model I explained in the class describe how we derive the aggregate demand and the BT curve using AEY model. There are two approaches. This is one of the approaches using AEY model. In here, you will see that when there is a change in exchange rate, you will see how Y react. Here you will see that our AD curve is upward sloping. Our BT curve is also upward sloping, but the BT curve is flatter than the AD curve. So I hope you can understand how we derive the AD and BT curve from this model. So yeah, I think these slides show the same thing. Okay, how to derive the AD and BT curve. Okay. Next, okay, this is another approach where we derive the AD and BT curve. Right? So you can look at either one. If you can understand this approach, you can use this model, or you might want to use the first one. As I mentioned to you, this is why our ERU is downward sloping. The reason is that our real wage is, the definition is different. The definition of the real wage in our in this topic is that we use W over PC. So what is PC? So PC is the combination of the weighted the average of local price and the imported price or foreign price. So when we use this definition of real wage, our ERU is downward sloping. So ERU here, if you look carefully, it is a relationship between the exchange rate and Y. Okay. These are the whole model that we have: AD, BT, and ERU. And in order to describe the model, I would like you to really focus on how to create the diagram. You have to have the diagram, all the axes, all the labels should be there. It should be AD, BT, RU. It should be Y here to indicate income. It should be Q to indicate the real exchange rate. So please do not forget the label for each curve that you have created. Okay, so because as I mentioned to you, when you read the questions, when the question asks you to use a model, a specific model, for example, AD, BT, RU, the model itself, the diagram itself has marks. So, for example, in this case, I will give you like 2 or 3 marks for creating the diagram AD, BT, and ERU. So if you can show the initial condition. So this is the initial condition without without a movement. The initial condition is like this. When there is a shock, for example, AD shock, then you need to have another AD curve that's moving, for example. So that's what you can do. Okay. What else? Okay. You need to also understand the situation, the equilibrium condition when it is above BT or below BT, a condition where it is to the right of AD or to the left of AD, okay, to the a condition where it is to the right of ERU or to the left of ERU. So what will be the economic condition in terms of trade deficit or inflation? Okay, I would like to show you this table. Yeah, this is another table. Definitely there will be one or two questions coming from kind of this table. I will give you a condition and you need to explain it. Okay, as what we have done in chapter 9, you will have also questions from this kind of situation. Okay, as I mentioned to you, please do the opposite. Fall in productivity, a rise in union bargaining power, for example. In here, we have autonomous consumption. Think about other factors that affect the aggregate demand. So autonomous consumption is part of factors affecting the aggregate demand. You might want to look at, something like investment, export, or what else? Autonomous investment, export, import, and so forth. So please do that scenario in order for you to really understand the materials. I think in the exercise, I also have, there are also questions like that. Please do that. Please understand it. Even though you discuss with your friends how to get the answers, right? So you have to also understand how it means, what it means, why it moves to the left or to the right, and so forth. It will help you a lot. It will help you in terms of doing it because you have 4 hours. I think 4 hours is a plenty of time. When you do the exercise, you will become faster in terms of understanding the materials, and you can also solve the problems as fast as you can. Faster in doing that, because you have understood the materials. You can solve the questions quicker or faster. Okay, please look at this table and try to make some adjustment, and try to also understand what happened to this variable of interest. Okay. Yeah, basically that's from the chapter 10. Any questions? Please don't hesitate to ask.
Prof,
Yes,
I have a question on page 19.
page 19. Okay, give me 1 second. This page?
Sorry, Prof, the one that have all the summarize of all shock, not 19.
Oh, this one. 28.
Yes.
Okay.
For the fall in union bargaining power, is affecting WS. And if WS move, then shouldn't the real wage become no change?
Okay, let's look at what we have done here. Okay, in our class last time, I explained two cases, productivity and autonomous consumption. Okay, so fall in union bargaining power, for example, in this case, okay. That's the, I don't think we have it here. Okay, never mind. I think we can we can discuss this. That's good. Give me 1 second. Okay, you are asking about this fall in union bargaining power, right? The second column, the third column, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's look at how we can explain this. Give me 1 second. Let's say I have, okay. So as I mentioned to you, you need to put everything to label all the axes and the this W over BC. Okay. And we have here, no problem. We do it slowly. We have Y. Okay. This is PS, and this will be WS. Oops, sorry. WS. And what else? We have to have another diagram. Okay, here. Now we have Q. We have AD, right? It's AD. And we have PT and one more ERU. Okay, so this is our initial condition. Okay, let's look. Let's do it together. Okay. Okay, we are talking about fall in union bargaining power. So what happened when we have a fall in union bargaining power? WS will shift down, right? Is it correct?
Yeah, Prof.
Okay.
Prof, I was wondering, ERU only shift when WS shift, is it?
ERU, okay. ERU will shift because of WS. Yeah, WS, when WS shift and we have new equilibrium. Sorry, this will not be Y, this will be N. Eh? So make sure you have correct. Whenever we have new, give me 1 second. Whenever we have new equilibrium, and so ERU will also be moving. Eh? Like the one that we have done in here. Okay, let's look at this, for example, productivity. Rise in productivity. When productivity increase, right? So you will see that we have new equilibrium in labor market, new employment level, equilibrium level, and you will see that ERU will also be moving. ERU move to the right. Okay, so what happened when union has there is a fall in union bargaining power, so WS will move down. Oh, sorry. Okay, WS move down. So what happened? ERU will also move up, move to the right, because let's do it carefully, so that you will see how you do it. Don't rush. Make sure we do it correctly. Okay. So let's say this is the one that we have. Let's say we have all in the correct. Even though this is an E, but sorry. Even this is an E, I assume that it has a one-to-one relationship. Let's say we have something like here, an E, and then ERU, there will be a movement of ERU, right? Because we have a new equilibrium in the market. Okay, so that's why here it will move to the right. Okay, so who asked me just now?
Me, Prof.
Adriana.
Hi.
Adriana, Okay. So Adriana, what is your concern now?
My concern now is in the notes, it stated that the wage is decreased, but from what I understand, the real wage is no change.
Okay, that's a very, very good questions. Okay, let's look here. Fall in union bargaining power. The real
Sorry, Prof.
wage.
Because when we see the chapter 9, the notes is quite different for this chapter and the chapter 9. For fall in bargaining power in chapter 9 state no change, but in the chapter 10 said they have a change. That's why quite confusing, Prof.
Okay, that's the one I would like to listen from you. I mean, let's indicate that you're trying to understand the materials. Okay. First thing that you have to understand is to look here. Okay. Look here. So here you will see that a change in QL, QL from 1 QL exchange rate lower, QL exchange rate at lower side. When it moves to QH, when it moves to QH, you will see that the PS move as well, right? Because we are talking about PC here, W over PC. So our model here, we have not completed it yet. It indicates that this is the one that I would like to stress in. Okay, look it carefully. Okay, make it bigger so that you can look at it. Okay, and you will see that there is a movement in Q, right? Whenever you move to the right, what happened? Our Q also move. From Q, for example, Q0, sorry, 0 to Q1. Okay. Okay. Did you see the movement of Q0 to Q1? When it moves upwards, it means that PS will be moving as well. So PS will move, oh, sorry. PS will move down, right? PS will move down. Okay. PS will move down. Why PS move down? Because here you will see a movement, QL to QH, QL to KH will move the PS curve as well. PS curve will move down. Even though in this slide we are explaining how to create the ERU, but if we look here, the change in Q actually moved down the PS. It has negative relationship. Q increase, PS will go down. Okay, so in our model here, we will have PS move down as well. Okay, and then at the end, you get something like this. Okay, you see the PS, the W, the small W, also shift down from W0 to W1. Okay, so let's look at our diagram. Fall in unit bargaining power, equilibrium unemployment decrease. Okay, equilibrium unemployment decrease because now we have another equilibrium. Okay, NE to N double prime, so it means that more employment means lower unemployment. Okay, that's fine. Real exchange rate depreciation, so Q0 to Q1, Q increase means depreciation. Trade balance surplus. Okay, our AD, the AD and ERU is above BT, right? So it means that we are in the surplus condition. And what about our real wage? Our real wage is moving down, W0 to W1. Okay, Adriana, can you see it?
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, so this is really, I mean, important, really important, so that you will understand why PS move because of the change in Q. Remember, the Q here changed because of ERU change. ERU change. It's not because ERU the Q change along the ERU line. It's not like that. If it's moved along the ERU line, it means that it is the ERU itself. But here the ERU move as well the Q. When Q
Sorry, Prof.
change, the PS will also change. Yes.
Sorry, Prof. For chapter 9, is
Yes.
it the Q also changed for the same question?
Okay.
Because from the graph we can see that we have 2 ERU, but in the vertical, but the Q also rise from Q0 to Q1.
Yes, but that's why you have to understand the closed economy. We have P in our chapter 9. We are talking about P, W over P. The definition of real wage is W over P.
Okay, understood, Prof.
Okay, P is only domestic price, but in our small open economy, our W over PC is, combination of domestic price as well as imported price. That's why when Q change, the PS will also change, but not at when we are in the closed economy. So that's the difference. Okay. So where is it?
Prof,
Yes.
so is it mean if the macam someone asked tadi if ERU change, ERU will change if WS or PS shift, is it?
Okay, when ERU shift, if you look here, ERU shift, ERU shift from one point to another, it will cause Q to change, right? It will cause Q to change, Q0 to Q1. And we know that when Q change, it will affect the PS as well. The PS will move, will move. Okay. And the one that we discuss here, okay, we discuss here is how ERU is derived. How ERU is derived. ERU is derived when we have when Q change from one point to another, you will see that the PS change, and then we have 2 points. For example, when QL, we have point A, and when Q change to QH, PS will change, will move down. When we have another point B. So when we join them together, we get the ERU. So the ERU here is the ERU in the open economy. That's why it is a downward sloping. The ERU in closed economy, it is vertical, like here. It is vertical. It's not, you cannot see it clearly, but I just show you here in this diagram. The ERU in the closed economy, it is vertical. The Q here will not change anything. Will not change ERU. Whenever Q change, ERU will be at this point. It will not move. I mean, it's still at this point. So Q change will not affect the ERU, but in here, the Q change will affect the point on the ERU. But the things that you need to understand is that whenever there is a change in Q, PS will change. Okay, so as I mentioned to you here, ERU move. When ERU move, what happened? Q change. Right? When Q change, then we have a change in PS. Okay. Yeah, I hope you can also do the rest.
Prof, satu lagi.
Okay.
Dia dia punya chart tu must necessary WPC above, or it can be either way. I mean, it can be the Q curve, the Q chart dekat atas or W kat bawah. Sebab I notice some of the
Oh, okay.
chart tu kadang-kadang dia macam ada W kat bawah, ada Q kat atas.
Okay. It doesn't matter actually. You can have W the labor market at the above, or ADBTRU below, or the other way around. I think both can be used as long as you can show the movement in WS and PS. Okay.
Okay.
Prof, another one, Prof.
Okay.
Can you explain on a little bit on the external trade shock? Because the graph are quite different from others because they have AD and also BT. BT, they have two BT instead of one. Because based on modeling 1 and 2, we only have one BT. May I know the factors that consider under the trade shock, Prof?
Or factors that affect the BT curve. Is that what you
The
mean?
BT curve. Yeah,
Okay.
because others only have one BT, but for this modeling, we have two BT.
We have two BT.
BT.
What
For
do you
modeling
mean
3,
by what do you mean by two BT?
for slide modeling 3, we have positive external trade shock. We can see that we have BT
Okay,
and
you
BT
are
prime.
referring to what page? Can I? Here. Is it?
This one, Prof.
Okay.
The factor
okay.
that considered as a trade shock.
Okay. Positive external trade shock. Okay. It can come from the sigma and the world output. So sigma and world output. Sigma is what? The proportion of import. And so I think you have to understand. Share of world, home share of world trade. Sorry. Sigma is home share of world trade. How much our country, Malaysia, in the total trade, how much coming from Malaysia, for example. So that's what we mean by the sigma. Okay, let's look at this slide. It shows that whenever there is external trade shock, okay, you have to understand that in AD, our aggregate demand consists of export as well, right? Our aggregate demand consists of what? Consumption, investment, government expenditure, export and import. So whenever there is a positive external shock, aggregate demand will also move. AD move to the right and move to the right. Okay, what happened to BT? Okay, BT is balanced trade, so it only shows the trade balance, export and import when export equal to import to indicate where Y is, where is our output. So in positive external trade shock, there are two movement. There will be two movement, two curve that will move. One is AD because it consists of export import component in the aggregate demand. Another one is BT curve. BT curve will also move. So the movement of BT will be further away. So if you look here, AD move from here to here, right? But BT move from here to here. It moved further. So in the external trade shock, there are two movement, AD as well as BT. BT curve and AD curve will move. Okay. So is that your questions, or you want to know why BT moved further than AD?
Okay, Prof.
Okay. So to answer your questions, why AD and BT move? Because AD has the component of export and import. BT is also export and import. It's only consists of export and import, right? We know that balance trade means the output where export equal to import. That's why we get the balance trade curve. So you need to understand how to get the balance trade from this diagram as well as from this diagram as well. You can see how we can get the balance trade. Why? Where the export and import is balanced or equal. For example, in here, you can see that here we have import M. M is our import and X is our export. When export equal to imports, we get YBT. And then when export increase to this point, and then we have another export import equal import, export equal to import, we have another YBT. So when we so export increase, why export increase? Because of depreciation, for example, Q0 to Q1 increase in the exchange rate means depreciation in home currency. So exports look goods, right? So export will increase. So when export increase, output will also increase YBT. So that's why when we plot A and B together, we will get the BT curve. So the BT curve is actually shows the equivalence, the balance of trade. So that's why we call YBT. Y where balance is when the trade is balanced. That's why X equal to M. Okay.
Prof,
Yes.
we will double check on why BT shifts more than AD. Is it because of the multiplier?
Here, why BT? Why the slope? You're asking why the BT slope is flatter than AD, right?
No, why it shifts more than AD? You said this now, right? And there's a positive shock, it shifts out more than AD.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, let's look at this diagram. Okay, so why BT move further? So if you look carefully, it moved further. AD. So this is AD. This is BT. If you make a 1 line, this is to make it clearer. If you make 1 line here, okay, you will see that AD from here to here, but BT. Okay, let's make it. Let's say this is our BT, right? And I move it further away. I mean, to make sure that AD it move from here to here. And our BT it moved to here. Right? AD moved to here, but our BT from here to this to here. Right? Okay, why BT move further? Because we are talking about trade shock. Trade shock is about trade, right? Maybe export more than import. So we understand that in aggregate demand there are many components, right, that combine together: consumption, investment, government expenditure, and export. A little bit of export. But when we talk about BT, it consists of export import only. So that's why when we talk about export increase or exchange rate shock, okay. So you will see that the BT will move further, right? And I think it can also be about multiplier in terms of the BT. Right? Okay, so that's the reason.
Thank you, bro.
Okay.
Hello, Professor.
Yes.
If it's a small open economy, is the ERU is vertical or slope downward? Can I use this model? Mean that is ADBT ERU model.
You're asking in closed economy, is that correct?
Oh.
Or you're talking about small open economy? I didn't get it. You try to understand how the ERU looks like. ERU in the open economy, when we say open economy, it means that you know, the economy is doing trade with each other, with other countries, right? So when it occurs, it means that there will be a variable called exchange rate. So ERU in open economy will be downward sloping. But when we talk about ERU in closed economy, so ERU in the closed economy will be vertical. Right? So the one that I mentioned to you just now, in the closed economy, the ERU, okay, if we look here, this is our Q and Y. The ERU is vertical. But in the small open economy, the ERU is horizontal. Sorry, it's not horizontal. I mean, the ERU is downward sloping, meaning that the exchange rate will affect the Y in the ERU. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Okay. Okay. Please do this exercise. I think that's a very good questions that you have raised. Okay. So we have here three instances. One, when fall in unit bargaining power. Here we have increase in productivity, and the last slide here is when the consumption increase. Okay, if you look here, consumption increase. When consumption increase, AD move to the right, right? AD move to the right. What happened to our Q? Our Q move from Q0 to Q1. So when Q0 to Q1 change, what happened? Our PS will also change, right? It move upward. That's why the change in Q will affect the PS. So that's why our W increase. So I think you can look at this model carefully. Okay, we go next to monetary policy. Monetary policy. In monetary policy, I would like you to really understand the three equations. The three equations model. I think this slide is very important. First, you have the three equations, the IS equations. You write the IS equations and try to get the slope of IS. You write the PC equation. this is PC equations, and you try to get the slope of PC. And lastly, you write the MR equation, MR equation, monetary rules equations, and try to get what does it mean. I mean, how to get the slope of monetary rules. So these are the things that we emphasized last time. So this is the IS equation. Okay, this is the PC equation, and this is the MR equation. You have to understand what it means by the slope. How to prove that the slope is negative, for example. For example, for PC curve, the slope is positive, right? Upward sloping. What is the slope of the PC curve? It is alpha. What is the slope for monetary rules? It is negative. How to show it? You can see here that we get negative 1 over alpha beta. So what are the factors affecting monetary rules? I mean, the slope of monetary rules. Can it be, it can be like, sorry. Monetary rules can be steeper and flatter. So what causes the monetary rules to be flatter and steeper or steeper? Okay, the factors will be, it comes from the slope itself. Alpha, beta will determine whether the monetary rules is flatter or steeper, right? The same goes to alpha. Alpha will indicate whether the PC curve will be flatter or steeper. Here, A will also indicate whether the IS is steeper or flatter. So that's what we emphasized in the class last time. Then, okay, this will also be important. Okay, so what this diagram show? It shows how, the monetary, the shape of monetary rules, the slope of the monetary rules, okay, the sensitivity of monetary rules, how it will determine the response of interest rate. If you look here, we have monetary rule 1, which is steeper than monetary rules number 2, which is flatter. Okay, you will see that the degree of response from point A to point C, from point A to point E. You see that from point A to point C on the monetary rules 1, it indicates that the interest rate should be R prime S. But when we have monetary rules 2, the response of interest rate will be A to E, where the triple prime, R triple prime S. So it indicates that whenever there is a shock in the economy, the response of the central bank on how much interest rate should be changed depends on what? Depends on the slope of monetary rules, right? So this is very important for you to explain, to understand it first. Okay, I think you can also look at this diagram. I think I have make it clearer in this diagram. You can also use this diagram to indicate the same situation. Okay, this is the same thing as well, the same diagram that I have shown you, why we have a different slope of MR and how it will affect the reaction or the response of interest rate. I mean, to what extent the interest rate should be changed whenever there is a shock. It depends on the slope of MR. So what are factors affecting the slope of MR? One of them is beta. Beta or alpha. Alpha and beta will affect the monetary rule slope. Okay. In exercise, I have there is a questions for you to get the best response Taylor rules in the three equation model. You can do that in order to understand it. Okay, basically that's what you need to know in the monetary policy. It's only focused on the three equations, how we describe it in terms of the slope, what factors affecting the slope, and why you need to understand the relationship between the slope and the reaction of interest rate.
Sorry, Prof.
Yes.
Can you explain on the lag model, Prof?
Again?
On Taylor rules based on the lag model, because for 0.5 y the equation this one.
Okay.
Can you explain how you get y0 minus ye for this?
Okay, that's a good question. In the three equation model, we have these three equations, right? Three equations. When we don't, okay, let's look at this diagram. Okay, basically, in the slide we have this. We have these notes, right? How we have to get the Taylor rules. The Taylor rules here, we'll see that there are two components. The interest rate differential is equal to 0.5 times the inflation gap plus 0.5 times the output gap. So this is the Taylor rules from 1993. John P. Taylor has got this equation using US data, and he found that the interest rate differential can be described by these two gaps. Okay, so our motive in this slide is to how to get these Taylor rules. Okay, so we have three equations, right? We have three equations. These three equations, IS, PC, and R. And from these three equations, we can we want to know we want to derive the Taylor rules. So what is the Taylor rules? The Taylor rules that I have described just now, it has two components, the 0.5 times the inflation gap plus 0.5 times the output gap. But the problem with our three equation model is that we can also only get this, the interest rate differential equal to 0.5 pi 0 minus pi t. Only one component, the inflation gap. There is no output gap in here, right? This is what we get. R0 minus Rs equal to 1 over A. Okay, how to get this? How to get this equation? So in order to get that equation, you can use this way. You substitute, for example, PC pi 1 into MR, because in MR we have pi here, right? So you put here into here, and then you rearrange everything, and then at the end you will get this, the one that I have shown you. Okay, and then assuming that A alpha beta equal to 1, so 1 over 1, 1 plus 1 over 1, so 1 over 2, it means that 0.5. Okay, so what we get is, this is the best interest rate response that we get. R0 minus RS equal to 0.5 times the inflation gap. The one that is missing is 0.5 Y0 minus YE, or the 0.5 times the output gap. So how can we get the exact Taylor rules? So in order to do that, we have to use the double lag model. So in the double lag model, we have to indicate that Y0 will affect 0.1, that's one lag, and Y1 will affect double lag here means the interest rate R affect Y1, and Y1 affect pi 2. So there's two lag. R0 affect Y1, one lag. Y1 affect pi 2. There's another lag. So if you use this double lag model, we can actually get these Taylor rules where we have these two components, 0.5 times inflation gap plus 0.5 times output gap. So how to do about it? So you can use the same method here, but you have to make some adjustment. So what are the adjustment? Okay, so the adjustment is in here. So if you look carefully in our lag model, Y1 affect pi 2. Y1 affect pi 2. So here you see that Y1 affect pi 2. Okay. So what you can do is that you can change. I did not show you how to do that, but I would like you to do it by yourself. You can do it like this, something like this, but you need to change a little bit. Okay, what the thing that you need to change? You have to if you look here, the three equation model, we have Y1 affecting pi 1, right? So now you have to change Y1 affecting pi 2 here. Okay? So pi 2. So you can have pi 2, pi 1, pi 2, pi 1 plus pi 2, pi 1 plus alpha Y1 minus YE. The rest are the same. Here you can also put pi 2 minus pi t. This is Y1, and then you rearrange. You use substitutions. Pi 2 here into here, and then you will see that if you do it again, you will get this component. Okay, so that's basically what you need to do in order to get the Taylor rules like this. Okay, so what you need to do is to rearrange this pi 2 here, Y1, Y1, Y1 affecting pi 2. So the same thing here, pi 2 and Y1. So you put pi 2 into here, and then you do it something like this. And then you will get it. Okay, try first, and I think you will get the Taylor rules as what mentioned in this equation.
Sorry, Prof. So means that
Yeah.
for Y0, we replace the Y1, is it? For IS?
For IS,
Y0.
For IS,
Because
okay,
the
we
output is
maintain
Y0.
Y1 because R0 affect Y1, R0 affect Y1, right? So IS is maintained, but PC Y1 affect pi 2, Y1 affect pi 2, Y1 affect pi 2. So you have to change this PC and MR. IS, you will later on you will use this equation Y1 over Y2 to substitute this in the model. please do it first. I think you can do that. And that's what we mean by a double leg model, where previously we only have one leg. R0 affect Y1 and Y1 affect Pi1. That's why this is the original one. Y1 affect Pi1, right? There's no leg. Y1 affect Pi1 with no leg, right? But with our double leg model, we see that R0 affect Y1, as what we mean in IS equation. R0 affect Y1, but Y1 will also affect Pi2. So Y1 will affect Pi2. This should be Pi2 here, Pi2 here, to indicate the double leg model. Then you try to solve just the key equations, and you will get this. Okay, try to do it. I think you can get it. Okay, basically that's I think what you need to focus on. Okay, let's move to chapter 14. Okay, chapter 14 is about fiscal policy. I focus more on sorry. Yes, this IS, PC, and PR. Okay, let's look it together. Here you will see that we have IS equation, IS curve, we have PC curve, and we have PR curve, right? So please be careful that this is not MR, this is PR, policy rules. Policy rules, meaning that it is coming from the government. The government, I mean the government authority. When we talk about monetary rules, it is the power of central banks, right? But when we put it as PR, it is actually the government. Right?
So sorry, Prof. No screen, Prof.
Yes.
No screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's share it. Okay, can you see it?
Can see, Prof.
Okay, fiscal policy is about the fiscal policy is about the government itself, and how the government stabilize the economy, okay, using the fiscal tools. Okay, so what I just explained to you just now is that this model is important because we have the model IS, PC, and PR. As I mentioned to you, PR here means, maybe I can, okay, PR here means policy rules. It is the government that manage this policy. Previously, we have MR, right? MR, monetary rules. Monetary rules is managed by the central bank itself. When we talk about PR, it is the government. So the government can use the fiscal policy tools. What is the fiscal policy tools? It is the government expenditure as well as tax. So in here, in our discussion, I mean, in this scenario, the first scenario here, it explained about the economy facing severe negative aggregate demand shock, and ZLB is hit. ZLB means zero lower bound. Zero lower bound mean, I hope you can understand what ZLB mean. ZLB means zero lower bound, meaning that the interest rate is too low, that the monetary policy is ineffective, right? So when the monetary policy is ineffective, one way to stabilize the economy is by using the fiscal policy. That's why we have this ISPC and PR, where PR is being used in order to stabilize the economy. The way that we explain the model is kind of similar to the ISPC and MR, okay, that we have done before. Okay, so I hope you can understand how this work. Basically, what you can see here is that there are movement of IS curve to the left and to the right. Why? Because fiscal policy that we use here is the government expenditure. The government, IS move to the right or to the left because of the government expenditure, right? When government spending increase, IS move to the right. When government spending decrease or reduce, the IS curve move to the left. So here you can see, that G1, G2, G prime, G all are about the movement of government expenditure, because we are talking about fiscal policy that can be used by the government. Why the government use the fiscal policy? As I mentioned to you, in this case, the monetary policy is ineffective, or zero lower bound, in the zero lower bound condition. Okay. Here is another version how the government is too ambitious to get more output than the equilibrium output. So these are the consequences. You will see that there will be inflation bias. Instead of getting pi t, the economy is getting pi 1, which is more or high or way higher than the pi t prime. Pi t prime is the new inflation target that the government can have when the government try to achieve a higher y-ish, but it ends up that the inflation is way higher, higher than pi t prime that it has trying to get. The government trying to get pi t prime, but the actual inflation is more is higher than that. Okay. And another thing that we discuss a lot is the debt dynamic. Okay. I really want you to understand this the debt dynamic equation. Debt dynamic equations. You have to understand what we mean by debt to GDP ratio. Debt to GDP ratio is indicated by the B, small b. Small b indicate debt to GDP ratio. Okay, here define the debt ratio B as outstanding bond, previously issued bond over PY. PY can be GDP. PY, price time Y, their output is nominal output, can be proxied by GDP. So here we have debt to GDP ratio. So as I mentioned to you, I showed you last time, from Trading Economics website, the debt ratio of several countries. Some countries has higher than 100 debt to GDP ratio, right? Malaysia, China, we have only like 70%, 60 to 70% of debt to GDP ratio. So the thing that we want to know is, should we be concerned about getting higher debt to GDP ratio? Okay, that's a question. If we get 100% or more than 100%, is it a concern to us? So what are the things that we have to consider when we can allow our debt to GDP ratio to be higher? What are the things that we have to consider? Right? So that's the thing that you need to understand when we discuss the debt dynamic questions. So from here as well, you can see that the change in debt to GDP ratio, change, the triangle here means change in B. Change in B means whether we can have new debt being issued or new bond being issued. The change in B is actually determined by factors. What are the factors? The factors are D. What is D? D is primary deficit. Okay. What is R? R is the interest rate. What is gamma Y? Gamma Y is the economic growth rate. And what is B? B is the existing debt to GDP ratio. So I hope you can, really read this debt dynamic. So what does it mean? When, let's say, R increase, what happened to change in B? What can you see from here? What can you relate it? What can you get from this that dynamic equation? Especially factors affecting the change in B here. Okay. And one of the things that we describe in this topic is that, and this is, I think, every government need to understand is how to make our fiscal policy sustainable. How to make it sustainable. So this slide shows the long run sustainability of the fiscal policy. So what we need to do. So how to make sure that our fiscal can be sustainable. I think this is our concern now, and many governments trying to understand how to get a long run fiscal sustainability. Okay. So basically, that's the things you need to focus on. Any questions from this topic? And our last topic is supply side policy. Okay, the supply side policy, I explained, I think, 3 models. First, the matching model, the beverage curve. Second, union and wage setting agreement. This is the comfort refill model. And lastly, the efficiency wage model. Okay. So in the beverage model, I would like you to look at this diagram and explain what are the factors affecting the beverage curve to move to the right or to the left. What happened to matching efficiency? Okay. What else? trying. Okay. As I mentioned to you, in this beverage model, I I explained to you just now. You need to understand why BC curve, beverage curve, can move to the right or to the left. So in these slides, it gives you several factors. For example, barriers to occupational and geographical mobility. Okay, so this is one of the factors, right? So barriers to occupational and geographical mobility means that it's harder for you to move to the other locations, right? In order to find work or to find a new job. So when it happens, our beverage curve will shift outward. Shift outward means, in this case, a shift outward means there will be a reduction in matching efficiency, because of the barrier. It's very hard to get the job. So that's why the matching efficiency is less. Sorry. Okay, less efficiency matching when the beverage curve moves to the right. What about the other factors? Forms of employment protection legislation may reduce the ability to hire workers, which weakens the matching process. Okay, the third factor is interesting. For example, increase in unemployment benefits. So increase in unemployment benefits, it affect both curve. So we have two curve here. One BC curve, beverage curve, and another one is WS equal to PS curve. WS equal to PS curve. So the unemployment benefit will affect these two curves. First, it weakens the search intensity. You know, when people get more benefit because of being unemployed, so they won't be looking at the job intensely, right? I mean, intensively, because they get more benefit now as compared to previous policy. So when the unemployment benefit increase, it weakens the search intensity, and the risk curve will shift to the right. And it will also affect the WS curve. Remember, the unemployment benefit affect the WS curve. More unemployment benefits, it will be higher. WS will move up. When the WS move up, what happened? Our WSPS, the equilibrium of labor market will be less. Okay, and WSPS will move to the right because of that. So please be careful. Make sure that you understand factors affecting the beverage curve. Another model
Sorry,
that
Prof.
yes.
So for employment protection legislation, it's only shift the BC curve.
Yes.
Means that BC curve move to the move to the right. Is it correct?
Okay. May reduce the ability to hire workers, weaken the matching process. Whenever we get the factors that weaken the matching process, so beverage curve will move upward. I mean to the right, right?
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Okay. Another model that we discussed is comfort refill. I explained a lot in understanding the hump shape comfort refill model. So this is the hump shape comfort refill model, where we look at the relationship between unemployment and degree of centralization. Degree of centralization in terms of wage setting. Okay, in the industry level, the unemployment level is higher. The firm level in the middle, unemployment level is in the middle. In the economy-wide level, the unemployment is at the lowest, at the bottom. So the comfort refill show the relationship between the degree of centralization in the wage setting and the unemployment. So that's what we learned from the comfort refill. And in the efficiency wage, we have the efficiency wage factors affecting the efficiency wage. We can understand from this equation. Okay, basically that's what I think you need to review, understand. As I mentioned to you, the exercise number 2 is very helpful. Please understand how you get the answers, and hopefully you can still remember how to do it, how to solve the problems in the final exam. You have reference, you have notes to be with you, but make sure it's only 2 pages note. I hope you can do your best to get good marks. I'm trying to some of your I've got I've marked part of the midterm. If you would like to know your carry mark, please let me know. I will let you know. Okay, I have consultation hours this afternoon if you like to discuss further, as well as to look at your midterm marks. I haven't finished everyone, but some of you have got it. I hope by Wednesday I can reveal or post. If you would like to know your marks, I will give it to you on Wednesday. But some of you have got it. I finished marking it. So that's all for today's revision class. I hope you really look into this topic. These 5 topics carefully. Try to understand the materials. As it's not only for final. It is for your own knowledge, your understanding how to explain a situation in the real world. Whenever there is a shock in the economy, you can kind of explain it using several models that we have learned. So learning is for our own benefits to get knowledge. In doing that, you can be better in terms of increasing your knowledge, as well as to get good marks in the final. Okay.
Hi, Professor.
Yes.
Can I know more about the one-shot game? It's about page 16 for this.
Here.
This one.
Yes. This is a one-shot game. The payoff to shirking versus putting in effort. Okay. Before understanding this, you need to understand the definition of each symbol. Epsilon. Epsilon here means the effort that you give in doing your work. If you give your zero effort means you do not do the work as required. So your epsilon is 0. Epsilon equal to underscore epsilon means that you are giving the right effort, the minimum requirement to finish, to fulfill the work requirement. So in here is a one-shot game, means that it's up to you. You want to do the work as required, or you shirk. You shirk mean you do not give your full effort. So epsilon is equal to 0 means you shirk. You shirk means you do not give full effort. So if you give your full effort, you will get payoff. What is the payoff? You will get the salary, the wage, W, minus underscore A. Underscore A is this utility of work. This utility of work is, when you work harder, it affect you, right? It affect you in terms of you will get less leisure, right? You cannot, talk to your friends. You don't have that time. So that's this utility of work. The dissatisfaction because of you giving full effort in your work, right? So that's the payoff. Your salary minus the density of work. If you give a required effort, that's what you get. Or if you do not, or if you shirk, if you do not give full effort in doing your job, what will be the payoff? The payoff will be W. It's better than W minus A. You shirk or you do not give your full effort, but you get the salary, the wage, W, full wage without the distribution of works. But there is a possibility that you will not get fired. If you're not getting fired, you will get W. If you are getting fired because you did not show you don't show the full effort, you will get fired. If you get fired, you can look for another job. Let's say if you try to find another job, there's a possibility that you get the job and you will get the W as well, right? And there will be a possibility that you did not find the job. After being fired, you will get the unemployment benefit, B. So tau is the probability of getting fired. H is the probability of getting hired. After getting fired, you try to get another job. So H will be the probability of getting hired. Okay. So understanding this, from the one-shot game, so you can derive the wage efficiency or efficiency wage. Okay, if you look here, okay, I'm sorry. So from the one-shot game here, you will see that W minus A underscore will be equal to all these components getting together. So 1 minus tau times W plus tau times H times W plus 1 minus tau times 1 minus H times B. So that's what you get from here. And then from here, you want to get W. So this W will be the efficiency wage, and you will get factors affecting the efficiency wage. Okay. And the rest, I think you can do by yourself. I think that's not so difficult to understand how it affects W wage, efficiency wage. It can be positive or it can be negative.
Sorry, Prof.
Okay.
Can you
Okay,
explain a
thank you.
little bit on the Driffield model, Prof? On the graph.
Driffield model.
Yeah.
Okay. Driffield model. This one. Oh.
Those like this one. This one.
Oh, this one.
Is it same as a previous slide, Prof?
Yeah. This one is the same. I got it from this slide. Okay, the one that I put here is because in this slide, if we look here, the definition of comfort refill argued a harm-shape relationship, harm-shape, but you don't find the harm-shape diagram. That's why I put it myself. This is a harm-shape, and it looks like, at the back of the camel, of a camel. So you will see the harm-shape. So this is a harm-shape relationship between the degree of centralization of wage setting and equilibrium unemployment. Okay, so how do we get this harm-shape? Because there are 3 levels of degree of centralization of wage setting: firm level, decentralized wage setting, industry level, intermediate, economy-wide or centralized. So I hope you can understand each level. So in each level, there is union. Okay. Unions, for example, firm level, there is a union that is specific to firm level. Let's say one t-shirt company, a company, a firm that making t-shirt, a firm making t-shirt. So there is union. The union will cover, let's say, 50 workers in the firm. So the union is specific to the firm, right? So that is the union behavior. What is the union behavior in terms of firm level? So you will see that union more concerned about the effect of on employment of its members when it increased the wage, because the union is only for that firm level. It covers only 50 workers in that firm. In that firm, so whenever there is a wage change, right, it will affect the union members. Some of the union members can be laid off because the firm cannot pay the wage, more wage, right? Some of the workers trying to get higher wage. So the firm, the employer, the boss will say that, okay, I can give you a more wage, but I have to get rid some of you. I have to fire some of you because we don't have enough money to pay you. If some of you want to get higher wage, I can pay you, but some of you will be off then. Will be laid off. Right. So that's the concern of the union in the firm level. Union in the industry level, they have different concerns. But economy-wide union, they are talking about the effect of price as a whole, the effect of wage as a whole, the wage as a whole, because we're talking about the economy-wide, right? When wage increase, it will affect the price in the market. And when price in the market increase, the real wage will do not rise. will not rise, right? So that's the thing that you need to understand when we talk about the degree of sensitization in terms of wish setting. Because of that, the industry level has higher unemployment as compared to firm level and economy-wide level. That's what we can show from this harm-shape relationship. So this is another way to look at the employment level of each category. Industry level, WS industry level, WS firm level, and WS non-union. So you can see that the number of employment is different. For non-union or economy-wide level, the number of employment is higher. The highest employment means lower unemployment. In the at the firm level is in the middle. The number of employment is NE firm level, so it's in the middle. So the unemployment is in the middle. And lastly, if you look here, the WS curve for industry level, the number of employment is less, so it means that the unemployment is higher. So from this slide, I try to indicate how we can draw a U-shaped relationship between degree of sensitization of wish setting and the equilibrium unemployment. Okay. Any other questions with regard to chapter 15, the supply side?
Hi, Professor.
Yes.
I have one question about like the evening season, the in-person consultation. Is this one by one student or just go directly
Yes,
to?
you can come to my office at level 5 from 2:30 to 5:30. If there are more students, I mean, I think as you can wait for a while by 10. If you come early, I can discuss with you earlier.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Okay.
Sorry, Prof. One last question. On the modeling 3, efficiency wish model, they have two graph here. One's on the increased unemployment and another one is this utility of works. Can you explain a little bit, Prof, on this?
Model 3.
Model 3, Prof.
Efficiency wish
wish.
model.
Yeah, they have two graph here. On the increased unemployment and another one is this utility of work.
Oh, okay. Sorry, is it in here? This one.
This one, Prof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In the efficiency wage model, an increase in unemployment benefit. Okay. Increase in unemployment benefit. Increase in unemployment benefit. Okay. Let's look at this equation. Okay, this equation states that this is the the efficiency wage from wish setting of the wish setting. So it is equal to B. B is the unemployment benefit plus A over tau U, over tau U. Okay. So here you can see that increase in unemployment benefit B, when B increase, so WS will move up, kind kind of like, you know, parallel lah, parallel. Supplies figure 15.6, supply side shocks in efficiency wage model of the labor market, an increase in unemployment benefit. B, WS move up. This is like the one that we learned before in chapter 2, right? Chapter 2 and chapter in our open economy, when we look at the demand and supply in the open economy. So WS, when there is unemployment benefit increase, so WS will move up. So you can see that WF move up. Here it looks like it is curve. It's a curve. It's not like a straight line. It's not a linear line. It's a curve. So WS move up. Okay. The one that we want to differentiate is at the right hand side. An increase in the desirability of work or a reduction in the probability of job loss if shirking tau. So the underscore underline A, and tau here, tau. Okay. So if you look carefully, A and tau here will affect the WS. Not only WS, if you look here, it looks like it moved up, but it also changed the slope. It's changed the slope a little bit. I changed the slope. Why? If I'm not mistaken, I explained to you that underline A and tau, if you can find like, you know, change in W over change in N. Change in W over change in N, right? If you look here, is actually the slope of the line. As this is slope of line. So this is a change in W. This is change in N. So in here we don't have N, but we have U. U indicate the opposite, right? N increase, U decrease. N increase mean higher employment. Higher employment mean reduce unemployment. Right? So we can use U to indicate to proxy N. So in order to get that, we can see that whenever you have a change in W over change in U, you will see that there will be A. Okay, let's say. Okay, here you can see last time I have done this. W is equal to B equal to plus A tau U minus 1. So if we can get a change in W over change in U, so you will see that 1 minus A over tau U or minus 2. So you can see that A and tau are the slope of WS. So that's why increase in density of work, A underline A, and the tau itself will affect the slope of the WS. Right? So you can see here the difference between the two. The first one is unemployment benefit. It doesn't relate to the U or N. That's why if we get change in W over change in U, there's no B here, right? So that's why WS move upward in parallel. Right? But when we talk about A or tau to change, it actually change the slope of WS. So I think that's what we want to explain in this diagram, where the diagram looks different in terms of how it affects the slope itself. Okay. Boleh?
Okay, Prof.
You can read 15.6, the next slide. The next slide, you can read figure 15.7b. Increase the slope of the WS.
Prof, can I ask one question regarding tutorial?
Tutorial.
Yeah. For the question 5D, we drive the optimal wage and explain the factor affecting it using the efficient wage model by Shapiro. So may I know what is a Shapiro curve? Because I
This
can't
one.
find the answer from
This one. This is Shapiro.
yeah, Shapiro.
Yes. The efficiency wage model is coming from Shapiro.
Yeah.
So this is the one that we talk about.
So this is the Shapiro curve.
Yes. If you read the book, you will see that the one shot game is introduced by Shapiro.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I
Because
did
I
not
checked the
mention.
book, it give me another cover.
You mean the efficiency wage or what?
Efficiency wage. Because I checked the book. Prof, can I share the screen?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Prof, can you see my screen?
Okay.
Okay, because I checked the book, the Shapiro curve, it gives me like that. So I'm using this graph and explain the ultimate wage.
Okay. So in our case, we are going to use our model. I mean, the one that I have explained just now.
Okay.
Okay. There are slightly different curve or diagram from different books that indicate the same person. Okay.
Okay. Prof, do you mind to share the tutorial 1 and tutorial 2 answer sheet for us?
I don't have the answer sheet. I think
Okay.
you can answer by yourself. It's directly coming from our lecture notes.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today's revision class. If you have more questions, don't hesitate to come. First come, first serve. I try to entertain you. Please come with specific questions from 2:30 to 5:30. Okay, that's all for today's class. I wish you good luck in your exam. You have like 5 to 6 more days to prepare. I really hope that you will get good marks. Try to get better marks and make sure you answer the questions. As I mentioned to you, please, if the question asks you to use a model or diagram, please provide the diagram. Otherwise, you will not get the full mark. So every diagram has its own mark. Try to answer your best. I will look into the right answers. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. See you again. Inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Professor.
Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
thank you, Professor.
Okay.
Can I need to scan the QR?
Oh, QR. Give me 1 second. Where is it?
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Okay.
Hello, Prof.
Yes.
Is that the note can use the type in Word?
The notes. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.